Today, I want to tell you about a time when it could be said that enough is enough. I'm going to read you from 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 4, where we read this. But he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness, and came and sat down under a broom tree. And he prayed that he might die, and said, "It is enough. Now, Lord, take my life, for I am no better than my fathers." Elijah, the man spoken of here in 1 Kings 19, has to be ranked among the greatest men or women of prayer in the entire Bible. He was mighty enough in prayer to make the heavens hold back their rain for 3.5 years. And then he had enough power in prayer to bring the rain back at the appointed time. Elijah had enjoyed an amazing period of spiritual success with the defeat of the prophets of Baal on Mount Carmel and the sincere, if brief, restoration of a belief in the true God among the people of Israel. Yet, at the end of that high season, a crashing depression came on Elijah. Here we find Elijah alone in the wilderness, and in that solitary place, he began to pray. This prayer was now personal. He said he prayed that he might die. Thankfully, this was a prayer not answered for Elijah. In fact, Elijah was one of the few men in the Bible to never actually die. We can imagine that many years later, as he was caught up into heaven, he smiled and thought of this prayer and the blessed no that answered his prayer. To receive a no answer from God can be better than receiving a yes answer, and it was certainly true in Elijah's case. Look at what Elijah said in his prayer. He said, "It is enough." We sense that what Elijah meant was something like this: "I can't do this anymore, Lord." You see, this work was stressful, exhausting, and it seemed to accomplish nothing. The great work on Mount Carmel did not result in a lasting national revival or return to the Lord. God had a great revelation of himself to give to Elijah. Though he was worn out and discouraged by all the battles he had to fight, it seems that peace and calm communion marked the latter period of Elijah's life. Look at the rest of Elijah's unanswered prayer. "Now, Lord, take my life, for I am no better than my fathers." When Elisha examined the apparent failure of his work, he instinctively set the blame on his own unworthiness. Now, it's easy to wonder how a great man of God could have such gloomy thoughts. Yet we see that all of his spiritual accomplishments did not prevent Elijah from feeling greatly depressed and discouraged. Perhaps Elijah had especially hoped that the events on Mount Carmel would turn around Ahab and Jezebel in the leadership of Israel. If so, Elijah forgot that people reject God despite the evidence, not because of the evidence. Have you recently said, "That's enough"? The lesson from Elijah is clear. God knows when enough is enough. So today, take comfort in that knowledge and thank the Lord for the prayers that he has said no